here we go. Objective 57. Before we get it started, let's kick it off with this beat. In 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's perfect. You gotta clap, Patrick. Yeah. Okay. Objective 57. We're going to talk about reciprocals, and I know we talked about it a little bit last week. So first thing, the simplest way to think of a reciprocal is to just take your fraction and you're going to flip it. So if I got 5/8, I'm going to flip it and make it what?
8/5.
8/5. That's easy. 5/8 becomes 8/5. So put 8/5 down. Put 8/5 down. 5/8, 8/5. But a couple other things about reciprocals we need to know is sometimes you're going to be asked, what's the reciprocal of a nice whole number like 5 or an integer? Say we have 5. What's the reciprocal of 5? So, it's 1, what?
Over 5.
Over 5, yeah. Anytime that you have an integer, 5 or 1 or -7, they're really fractions with a 1 on bottom. So 5 is really 5 over 1. 5 is really 5 over 1. And when you do the reciprocal of it, the reciprocal of 5 over 1 is what Jaylee said?
1 over 5.
1 over 5. So if you're given a whole number or an integer number and it doesn't have a fraction, well, you just put it over 1 so you can make it a fraction. So this one, all right, -7 will become -1 over 7. But 1's kind of weird. What would 1 be a reciprocal of?
1.
Yeah. 1 is 1 over 1, and you flip it, and it's still 1 over 1. So 1's kind of a special one. All right, here we go. Let's go. Some really easy reciprocals here. 3/7 reciprocals to what?
7 over 3.
7 over 3. Not a
5
problem.
over 2.
We got 5 over 2.
1.
And 8 over 1. But most likely, they're just going to say,
1 over 8.
well, 8 over
Or
1.
8.
They're just going to say 8.
Yeah.
Right. So if you have 1 over 8, you'll reciprocal it, it's 8 over 1, but you're never going to see 8 over 1 on your multiple choice answer if you're doing a test. Now the next problem, other than whole numbers, you also have another problem of times when you're given a mixed number like this, 7 and 2/5, and you're asked to reciprocal it.
You put that into a proper fraction in the calculator.
Okay, hold on. All right, let's get it. We've got to convert to improper first. I want to see if we can do it without, and then you can clearly do it with. But hey, wait. Don't put the calculator down for a second. We'll do it first before you hit enter and look at what it is.
I didn't do it.
Okay. All right, first thing is 7. Every one number. So this is your 2/5. This is 7 and 2/5. If it was 1 and 2/5, we could say that every 1 is 5 over 5. So 1 would become 5 over 5. 2 is 10 over 5. 3 is 15 over 5. What would 4 be?
35 over 5.
That's what 7's going to be, right?
Oh, 25.
4 would be 20. 5 would be 25 over 5. 6 would be 30 over 5. And 7 would be 35 over 5. So really, if you think of this as
It's
35
over 5.
and then add 2 to it, 35, 36, 37 over 5. And if you want to check and you have this calculator, obviously you can just put it in and go 7 and 2/5 and just check to make sure, okay, it is 37 over 5. And now you got 37 over 5, and I want the reciprocal, so what is it?
5 over 37.
It's just 5 over 37, just like that. And this is it, last one, right here, no more examples after this. One thing to keep in mind is negative numbers. If a fraction is negative, its reciprocal is still negative, so -2/9 is still negative
9 over 2.
9 over 2. So make sure you slide the negative sign in there. We just flip the
That's
fraction, and you can keep the negative to the left.
Okay, let's do that.
All right, that's it. So let's end with that same beat we started with, and Brett's going to end with the percussion. All right, here we go. Everybody get Brett set up. In 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 2, 4. 4. Perfect. That's perfect. Can't be better than that.
I swear I picked it.
Then use our video.